One. Here we go. Hey, everybody. It's episode 15. It's been, what, 2 weeks since we've been our last episode? But it's Christmas,
What's
New
up,
Year's.
everybody?
You know the drill.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, everyone.
Yep. From the Otaku Town. Happy New Year.
We're here to stay for 2019.
And before, we wanted to do our 2018 top 5 animes. Since I thought 2018 was a good anime year.
It was a fantastic year.
Yeah, I thought it was really good,
It's
actually.
so fantastic, I still haven't caught up.
Yeah, I got a lot of anime still to watch. And I just looked at someone else's list and I was like, huh, I haven't watched any of these yet. So,
It's like I haven't watched half of them. Like,
yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'm kind of curious, which that's how I find some of the surprising animes. So, but anyways, this is going to be our 2018 top 5 of what we have seen so far. This doesn't include like all the animes that are out there. We haven't seen all of them. So,
yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
But anyways, I hope you guys all had a great 2018. It was a great year.
Well, it was a great year. A lot of content, a lot of new
Started
ideas,
this
a lot of
podcast.
adventure. Yeah, podcast was started,
Yeah.
But we here to play.
Hell yeah, dude.
I like playing games.
It's been great.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, do you want? I didn't ask you before the show here. Do you want to do any honorable mentions that it was not on your top 5?
That's tough, man, because I feel like
Do you just have an anime out there it's not in my top 5, but honorable mention?
I don't like to be honest, guys. Like, it was really hard just coming up with a top 10 list because it's like I haven't seen enough. Like, for me to have a great top 10 list, I could put anime up there, but it's like some of them I just didn't really resonate. It didn't resonate with me, so it's just like I wouldn't want you to think this top 10 list is something you should watch.
Yeah.
So so I was like, Olders. I told Olders, I was like, yo, man, I got a top 5, bro. Like, that ass. Like,
make it easier. Yeah.
It's just a little bit too difficult because it's like top 5. You can like, okay, these shows is
For
a
sure.
must watch if you watched it. If you're a newcomer, or even if you're an old comer, you like to rewatch a season, or you missed this one and you always wonder what the hell it was. Now you have the opportunity from our perspective of what it is. And that's why I said the top 5, because you know what I'm saying, like, it's a little bit easier, and I haven't caught up. And I'm telling you, like, there's a lot. I mean, I haven't caught up. I still haven't caught up of Violent Garden, Reaper. Like, I still haven't caught up on those. I still need to watch Slime. Like, there's a lot of shit I gotta catch up on, and I just don't want to make a top 10 list without watching those because I know they're really good. And I ain't trying to bullshit y'all. Unfortunately,
we speak the truth.
Yes. So to answer Aldous' question, yes, we're doing honorable mentions because some of these animes do fit on are a must watch, and they have one of the best fighting scenes I've seen in a minute, or funny scenes in general. So oh man, I just thought about another anime on 2018 just now. Oh fuck, man!
It's all good. All right, it's all good.
So let's do this.
This ain't scripted here. We're just doing this.
Yeah, like, this is not really even scripted. Like, we don't even really write our things, to be honest with you. So like, we just go off the dome. But I say this. Let's start off number 5. Number 5. We'll do honorable mentions.
You want to do honorable mentions after?
Like, I think when we get to number 3 or number 2, we do honorable mentions. That sounds fair? Because it's like around that time, it's like, yeah.
If you want, or we just do our top 5 and then we'll show the honorable mentions after, so people, are not guessing, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. So,
what's your
number 1?
Number 1 or number 5?
I mean, number 5.
That's what I said.
Number 5. This anime
5?
was pretty damn interesting, and it's very easy for everybody to watch, and it's actually surprised me because one of my coworkers told me to watch this anime, and it relates to anybody who's in the workforce, man. And if you haven't seen it already, it's Agretsuku. Like it is fucking hilarious, guys. It's like one so Agretsuku is basically like this little girl that's a fox and in a workplace doing the things she kind of hates, and then like everybody around her is annoying her, or a situation comes up, and like how your boss is a dick to you and doesn't do work, but he tells you to do work, and you just get mad as fuck at him because he's not doing shit. Like Agretsuku gets mad as shit, and then she like rocks out, and that like she gets the microphone and starts singing rock songs, and she makes her own song. It's like screw you, boss, and there's heavy metal going around, and her eyes become flames. It's so hilarious, and I think the reason why it was so good for me compared to and many other comedy animes that came out that year is because it's just so relatable to the workforce of generally like anybody who's 16 and up. Like if you ever been like it's the same thing like The Office, man. Like Office is not that funny if you're not working, but after you work in the workforce and you understand how policies and people react and interact, then it becomes funny. That's how to get to go is. It's like the Office fun. It's like an Office version of, it's an anime Office version, but just with plainly focus on Ageretsugu. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it's on Netflix. And also, I believe they came out with a Christmas special recently. It's not on Netflix, I don't think, at the moment, but it will be eventually because Ageretsugu is pretty fucking popular. And if you haven't seen it, try to see it sometime. All right. And what's your number 5, Oldish? What's your
number 5? I have not seen that one yet, so maybe I'll have
okay,
to check that one
it's
out.
hilarious. You should definitely watch it with your wife.
I wonder if my wife's watched it.
Oh man, you gotta watch it with her again, man.
Yeah, she watches a lot of the. I mean, I like comedy ones too, but she that's like her ones that we don't watch together. She's like, I'll just watch this kind of thing. So, kind of curious if she's watched it.
Anybody who's watching this on YouTube, just letting you know, guys, we are not sponsored by Fanta. I do not condone what the fuck they do to people's bodies. Just letting y'all know.
Just so you know.
Just so you know. No copyright strikes on this bitch. I'm just kidding.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So, my number 5, which this anime reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul a lot, which I thought this was a fantastic anime, and this was Be the Beginning.
Which one? Season 1?
Huh? No, Be the Beginning.
Oh, I mean like like.
Oh no! The series reminded me of Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, okay.
It'd Be the Beginning.
Oh, you're speaking about Be at the Beginning?
Yeah. It has a Tokyo Ghoul feel to it, but the music and the fight scenes and like the cliffhanger at the end. I don't want to spoil anything because chances are you might not watch it.
It's heavily...
So, but it's a heavily built mystery. You won't find out the last answers until the end. It's that kind of anime. Has a build up to it, but it is great. The animation's great, the music's great, and that opening song is freaking great. Overall, it surprised me how well it was done. I've been told before I watched it, I was like, "Oh man, if you like Tokyo Ghoul, you'll probably like this." I'm like, "Okay, I'll check it out." And yeah, it definitely has like a Tokyo Ghoul vibe to it, but it is different on its own. It's not like the same, but it's just I think the atmosphere of the anime, like the kind of the dark tone kind of thing, and the main character has kind of a ability that it's not similar, but like I don't know, you'd have to see. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but overall, it's
so. Why do you like it?
Why do I like it?
Not by spoiling stuff.
Me, a big thing about me, how I choose my anime is if I can get kind of like sucked into the anime itself, just like if you watch a movie or anything, kind of get sucked up into the world. But this one played like a big mystery part. So mystery, I love being not knowing what the fuck's going on, that kind of thing. I like that during the whole series. So that's like a big plus for me. So I like those animes that surprise me. And this one is one of those that surprised me. So that was probably the most thing that appeals to me. It's kind of like Future Diary. If you ever watched Future Diary, that one. Yeah, it's kind of like that, like you don't know what the fuck's going on until the end. And you're like, oh, Okay, like holy shit.
Supernatural drama mystery.
Yeah, it's kind of the yeah,
Dark. Okay,
it's got a dark
I see
tone
where you're
to it.
going.
So that's why I like it. It's what appealed to me. So that's my number five. What's your number four?
Number four, man. Come on, this is. Oh man, we're already at number four. This is getting tough, but I might have to give it to. I don't want to say this, man. I don't want to say
Uh
this,
oh.
man. But I'll give it to. Man, this is tough because like I really enjoy this series, but I feel like it should be a little higher, but I'm not. All right, I'll say this. It's Attack on Titan. It's Attack on
Ooh,
Titan. Solid number four. I'm
season
not
three,
saying
huh?
it's bad or anything. It's just it was really good. It was really composed. The music, barricades, Samano. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan yet, like you're pretty much asleep already. This season was really good. Production was really well. We learned well. I didn't learn because I already knew what happened, but a lot of people learned about the propaganda and stuff with the Titans and the true secret and what the fuck's going on in the background and where they get an idea of how Titans gain abilities. And if you haven't seen Attack on Titan season 2 yet, just go on Crunchyroll. It's there and it's ready for you to watch because it's a goddamn good season. It's so good that they included even scenes that weren't in the manga. So if you haven't seen it, yeah, you should watch it. It's really good. We get a little more insight to Levi, and I'm just waiting. Everyone's just literally waiting for April, or yeah, I believe it is April.
Oh yeah, it's on my
I don't
calendar.
know for another season. Yeah, so that's if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, please watch it. But if you haven't seen Attack on Titan and you want to know generally the consensus, it's action, a little propaganda, mystery, a little dark, but not too dark. Don't it's a lot of propaganda. At first it's all action, people dying all over the place, but it becomes a series that you try to figure out how the world became how it was.
Yeah,
And once you get deeper into that, you're like, oh shit, this shit's getting good.
it's
And then there's these stories told between different characters, and you're trying to put up the pieces, and you're trying to hypothesize how it goes. Like, Hajime did a great job writing the series. I can say that for sure. All right, guys, I'm not trying to reveal any more information and no spoilers, so I'm done with my number four, man.
it's got that
So what's
mystery
your
in it, man. It's got that mystery.
yeah? That's the selling point of Attack on
See,
Titan.
that's what appeals to me. My number four.
Yep.
Okay, my number four. This was probably the most surprising anime. There's another one that's close to it, but I haven't finished it yet. So, but anyways, my probably my most surprised one here that just I had knew nothing about, just a brand new anime, and it was Megalobox. And I love this freaking anime. It's actually my first sports anime, but I enjoyed the crap out of this throughout the whole series. I guess if you are a sports anime guy, I think you'll like it. I haven't watched more like sports anime, so but I'm a big boxing fan myself, and that kind of appealed to me why I like watching it, even though it's a little bit different, a little futuristic. But I love the story. I love the main character I like. There's probably one thing that I wish we would have had more of, but I'm not going to tell you what that one thing is. But overall, it's a solid 12 episodes. I don't think we'll get more. Um, the ending is good, but there's there could be I don't know, maybe a movie would be kind of cool. There's something like I said, we're not trying to do any spoilers here, but anyways, like Megalobox was the music was great. I love all the boxing fights in it. The pacing of the show was good. The characters were good. The animation was good. I like the style of the animation. It was very, very good. So yeah, overall, like I loved Megalobox. I can't really think. Like I said, there's one thing, but I can't say it because it'd be kind of a spoiler. So and
Um, I
me and
think
you've
the
talked
interesting
about
part
it.
about the Megalobox
Yeah,
is that you know, you think some like it's about the hunger of boxing.
yeah,
Like that's one thing I really enjoyed. Like, and it's not really a spoiler, but it's just like it gets to that kind of cliches. Like, yo, prove yourself in a man in a ring. Like, show who you are.
yeah,
Who what motivates you? Why do you want to become the best? Or why do you even like to fight? And why would you go through all these circumstances to fight? Like old classic Rocky movies, Creed 2 kind of thing. Creed, like all the boxing is like the fighting cliche, but it's done really well. And if you ever watched Cowboy Bebop, like you
yeah.
get
It's got
that
the
kind of feel a little bit. Like the
art style a little
environment,
bit
like
too.
the artistic style of it is just very, it's not recognizable, it's just very unique. And it feels like you're in a cowboy dirt town, and then there's a city on the other side, and they're
Yeah,
kind of like not segregating people, not really, but like these are the workers and these are the rich people, and let's see who becomes the champion of Megalobox around the world. And Megalobox is generally about man trying to box his way to the top, basically, and he's doing it. I'm not telling you anything else other than that, but it comes with the punches, so you got to definitely watch the series. First 3 episodes are really good. The music's good. It's,
yeah. It's
it's
really
a
good.
it's a very solid thing that was put together. Only thing, like Older said, we wish it just was a little bit longer.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit longer. More, we needed more info about
Yeah,
something. I'll tell you that. It might.
yeah,
It would have been. It would have been nice, but overall, a great anime.
yeah. Probably 20 episodes would have been pretty great, but we get what we get, and that's the good part about it. But if anybody has seen Megaloboxing, if you want another boxing anime, please watch Hajime no Ippo and read it because it's still going on and
Still going.
still pushing through, and it's a
I
really
still have to
great
watch it.
boxing anime. So if you haven't watched it yet or read it, please read it and watch it.
All right.
I don't think not all the episodes are on Crunchyroll, so sorry to say you have to find it the old-fashioned way,
Yeah.
YouTube or Google. um,
Um, we got a question for you though, Pack Punch, from the chat here. Let's. Hopefully, I don't butcher this. All right. Name
all right, go ahead.
wise, it's Yandere or Tunstere. I don't know if I'm saying. I'm probably butchering the shit out of that. I don't even know if you know who these characters are. I'm pretty sure you do though.
From I don't know if you're butchering it so bad that I can't
I'm
understand it.
butchering it. I'm butchering it. Was it Yan? It's
Man, that's gonna be tough.
Yandere. Butcher of words. Yep. See, Ben said. I can't say it, man. I can't pronounce shit. Um, let's see if I can send it to you. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's just pretty tough. But
I'm gonna put it in the call or the chat there. There you go. In Discord.
uh, okay, you put on
They're
Discord.
not people. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Aren't they like their program or something like that? When I Google it, those are not characters. They're stereotypes for girls mostly, but not exclusive. Okay. Did you read it?
Oh my God, come on, man, this guy. I'm not answering that question.
You're not answering that question.
I'm not answering that
I
question.
already
That has
answered
nothing to
it to
do.
him, so but
Nah, that's nothing really I'm interested in. I'm sorry.
uh he's not answering Anime Lord. He's not answering
I'm
it.
sorry. Sorry, I'm just not answering
Triggered.
that one. I'm not into
It's all
that
good.
kind of thing.
I had no idea what it was about, so I gave him an answer, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about it. So anyways, what's your number three?
All right, this is where the shit gets real. All right, so number 3, guys. Everyone's gonna kill me for this, but I gotta do it. I'm just kidding. Seven Deadly Sins season 2, man. That shit was great. That's number 3, man. That's number 3. That was number. The feels, man. The feels that series had. Woo. Like I'm telling you right now, I did not. I'm not saying I did not like Seven Deadly Sins. I just really despised it because it was just a show that was just fucking people beating the shit out of other people. Like I understand that, yeah, just Dragon Ball in general, but like they didn't struggle at all basically the whole time. Yeah, well, they struggled barely, but it was just like season where like every shit was going down. Like people were getting banged, people were getting mollywops, and then they all had to go train for a little minute and then come back and they get stronger and then they're fighting some of the 10 Commandments. And that shit was just amazing to me because it's like it made all my hate for the show. Like Meliodas just full countered it. Like the author just full countered everything I hated about the show with that one blow, and I'm like, yes, bitch, I love the show now. Love the music. I love the. I always enjoyed the characters. I just didn't like the fact that they were just beating the shit out of everybody, and it was a Molly Wild Fest. I just didn't like that at the beginning. Now, and then we get an understanding of who's more characters, understanding the clans, the demon clans. We get a little bit more insight into Meliodas' past.
You get a lot of answers.
A lot of characters past. We still haven't gotten as much as we'd like to, but
no, but like for season 1 to season 2, you get a lot of answers. For
yeah,
it's more explained. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is a lot more explained.
Yeah, and like I said, like at the get go, like I just didn't like season 1 because it was just like, damn, this guy just murked everybody. Like it's cool at first, but then it just gets like, yeah, he's gonna beat everybody. Yeah, he's gonna beat everybody. Yeah, this is like, oh man. Then he fights his opponent. Fucking I forgot what's the name with the G, bro. He got mollywopped, and he's like, oh shit. Then Meliodas gets clapped, and and then he starts clapping other people, and then like it just became more interesting, and how other characters' abilities face off against that. Animation was going crazy, especially with Meliodas fighting against the freaking one of the giants and the former fairy king. That shit was crazy. And then fighting against most of the other fucking commandments. Like that was dope. So many great moments. We get a little bit more insight to why Meliodas does what he does, and we understand why Meliodas cares about that girl a little bit more than just, oh, she's just a girl, like who has nice titties.
No,
like
no, I love Seven Deadly Sins.
it was a really solid season. I really enjoyed it. It completely turned it. Like I said, I didn't like this. I didn't like it as much because either were mollywopping people, but did really well.
Season 1 was good, and then season 2 was, to me, it was fantastic. Just the feels and everything that season 2 brings.
Yeah, and they added a lot more mystery.
Like, a lot, yeah. By saying, the world opened up more, and
yeah. And if you haven't watched season 7 Deadly Sins, guys, I definitely tell you should watch it. If you like anything remotely close to fairy tale, or in that kind of, oh, we're in the gang and we're gonna fuck people up, like watch it. It'll entertain you. Season 2 is definitely the season where it's at, and the movie just came out on Netflix. And now this shit's all available on Netflix, so you can watch that shit all you fucking want. Go use your friend's Netflix account, steal that bitch, and fucking use it, bro. Because this is definitely a series you cannot pass up.
Got Netflix.
Animation is phenomenal. The music is phenomenal. Sawano even fucking's on this fucking series, bro. If you don't know Sawano, it's like Sawano is the fucking king of orchestrating music and shit. So you gotta listen. You gotta watch the series. You just got to. And on that note, see, that's why Seven Deadly Sins is my number 3. But say what's number 2 and what number 1. You'll figure out, and you know what I'm saying, you'll figure out soon enough. So, Oldest, what's your number 3, man?
My number 3 is pretty popular anime. Pretty popular right now. Uh it's got a few superheroes in it.
What is it?
You know that shirt you got there?
Oh, you mean
Yeah, that
this
shirt.
one?
Yeah, that shirt there. Yep.
Ooh.
Check it out, guys. Check it out. Yep. Yeah, my Hero season 3 was my number 3. How ironic. But anyways. So yeah, my Hero season 3 was my number 3. I really enjoyed this season. It started off really good, really good. Pretty fast pace at the beginning. With the whole camp thing there. I don't want to get into spoilers, but yeah, the pacing of this season was really good. It was a 24 episode season. Very much enjoyed it. The action, everything was good. I'm trying. Okay, now I want to talk about it more, but I can't because big spoilers. But yeah, like the first part is very fast paced. Everything it starts off quick. Then it kind of has like a dead period a little bit, kind of like a mellow out time, and then it starts up again with another arc, which I thought the second arc in this series, I thought would be bigger, but it wasn't. Like I guess the fight wasn't that long, but I'm not gonna tell you who's fighting who, but it felt short. It felt short to me. If I had one thing to complain about the whole season, it felt short. But overall, I mean, you can't even talk about the characters. I mean, it's season 3 for sure. You guys already know the characters and everything. They're great. The music's fantastic. There's something about like My Hero does this thing where they build up the emotions really good. I don't know why. It's like the music, the feels, and everything. Like you feel for Midoriya a lot throughout the whole series. So they nailed that again in season 3 for sure. You know, growing the character. The action was good. It's cool. Everything. It's nice to see other people in Class A fight and stuff like that. So overall, it's a great. I mean, you should be watching it. If you haven't, well, you need to catch up. You got some time before season 4 comes out. You got a few months, I think. I think that's supposed to come out
October.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a ways, so you better catch up. But anyways, yeah, that's mine. I mean, we talked about My Hero on this podcast, so we do have a My Hero Academia episode. You guys should definitely check that out, where we go into spoilers. So if you haven't listened to that episode, you should listen to that episode, and you'll get a bunch of info right there. So, but yeah, anyways, that is my number 3. So what's your number 2?
My number 2 is My Hero Academia. My number 2 is My Hero. Unlike Oldest, if you haven't watched it already, I pretty much don't know what to say. Except it was a really great season. So if anyone has watched this season or watched Academia, you know that All Might, fought against the dude one for all. That happened. That shit was amazing. We had crazy moments. We had actually. It was a really good My Hero. I think this year was a big My Hero year, man. Like the reason why I say this is because we had that season getting produced. We had so many moments where Bakugo getting saved by Deku and his gang actually being saved and not despising the fact that he got saved because he felt like he was in All Might's way. We got a revelation of how Bakugo's really feels about Deku and how does he feel? How does it compare to like All Might, and what does Bakugo mean to himself in a sense? And we get a understanding on like it's kind of funny because we got how the perspectives of both of the characters, Midoriya and Deku. I mean, Midoriya and Bakugo. Or Bakugo is more like crazy, saying things loud. But at this moment where they confronted each other, Bakugo was loud, but there was a moment where he actually became quiet and became very vulnerable. And Midoriya was almost the same thing, but Midoriya he actually admitted to Bakugo that he actually wanted to fight. So it's just it kind of brings out a new way of how Midoriya is going to go about becoming a hero. Not only because he's usually about saving people, but this time he's going to be fighting people, not just trying to escape. And Bakugo is, probably going to take that into consideration too, and probably start saving more people instead of just starting fighting. Just start only fighting and fighting only to win. Series was great. We had that exam was dope. Todoroki, we learned about how his relationship with his father goes into even other characters, and what does other characters think about Todoroki's father and Devar, and what lies for him as well. We get more of a look in Class B and all the other students from different schools, and then how does Class 1A stand up to them, just because they're the kids who are the troublemakers and the ones who fought the villains and who are constantly targeted. So we got more like ideas to that, but it was a really great series. And to head things off, like I said, this was a really good My Hero year because we had the My Hero movie release. It did really well in the United States, and it did amazing in Japan. I went to go see it. If you guys haven't seen it, the Blu-ray is coming out February. You'll probably be able to see it on Google or somewhere on some one of your websites by February. And it's the best My Hero fight I've ever seen. Like, you talk about feel. If you ever watched you watch All Might versus One for All, everyone. But this fight, the fight in that movie is just the best. Like, there's nothing comparing to that fight. Like, I was with my boy Herb, and I was with my boy Voltage Bomb, and we watched the movie, and we're just like, dude, we just look at each other like the song came on, things about to go down. Like, I'm not trying to spoil anything, so like once that fight happened, it was just like, damn. It was really good. Yeah, but it was a My Hero year. They had a little bit problems with animation. Not a little bit, but it's not too noticeable for any of y'all who's not used to it. And it was a really great series. I really enjoyed it, and that's why it's my number 2. But everyone, like, since I'm wearing the My Hero shirt, why isn't number 1? I don't know. Maybe there's an anime that built up so much. Maybe there's an anime that built up so much hype that it is number 1. I just can't tell you until Oldest gives me his number 2. So guys, go ahead. Go, Oldest.
Go. Yeah. So number 2, Pack-a-Punch named it already. That is what I'm wearing right now, my hat.
Full Kanta!
If you can't see my hat, it's Attack on Titan, Season 3. I thought Attack on Titan Season 3, like, every episode was legit. Like, every episode had me wanting more this season. I don't know, like, I was hardcore addicted to this series. And their animation was damn good, especially... Well, that Levy boy, man, the first, like, 2 episodes, I'm telling you, you gotta see it. That was dope, all right? Like, it was great to see him finally get back in action in this season, so that was really, really cool. Just the mystery overall, I was wrong on multiple times in this season. It went a way different direction than I thought it was going to go. I don't know, like, overall, like, I love being surprised. And this one did it for me too. If you watch season 3, make sure you watch the end credits and the last episode, Attack on Titan season 3. There's a small clip there that you're gonna be like, are you freaking kidding me? I gotta wait till whatever April or whatever it is to that. Now, I'm not a manga reader, so I don't know anything. I have, like, no idea. Pack-a-Punch has read the mangas, but for me, all this is a surprise. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So it is. I very much enjoyed this season, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, like overall, it's really cool where it has gone. Even seeing like Aaron at like a weak point too in this one, where kind of like the mystery between his dad and stuff like that. You get a lot more of that and stuff like that. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I imagine you've seen season one and shit like that. So there's that mystery. You get some answers there and stuff like that. So overall, really enjoyed it. Animation's great. The music, I mean, I think the music for Attack on Titan's one of the best, to be honest. At least for my type of music that I like. That I don't know what you call it, like the holiness of, I don't know what you want to call the epic
It's
background holiness music.
Sawano barricades,
Yeah, like I don't.
silent calling, call of silence. Like I gotta say, it's in your list of the OSTs.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Relunca Heroes.
Anyways, I love that music. I love that shit when it's like even when like DBZ when Goku and the Jiren there, like that shit, that god music, if you want to call it. I don't know. But anyways, I love that shit. So Attack on Titan season 3 had a lot of it. So I would highly recommend it. That's my number 2 for anime of 2018 so far. And now, the drum roll. What's your number 1 there, Pack a Punch? What's number? I have no idea what your number 1 is. I honestly don't know.
I want you to guess. What do you think it is? You only get one guess though, because if you guess all day, we'll be here for.
I don't know.
What do you think
it's probably maybe something I haven't watched yet. But
something you haven't watched? Nah, it's not. It's not that. You watched it.
Is it okay? My one question: is it a completed series or no? Or is it still ongoing?
That's a trick question.
Because for some reason I'm leaning to Black Clover.
I'll just say it. It is.
And you're lagging.
Because Matt, if you remember.
You're lagging.
Dragon Ball.
I don't know what he's saying. Pack a Punch, you're lagging.
I'm lagging. Ah!
Okay, go. You're good now, I think. Oh, no. Yeah. Your camera's lagging.
It's 2018.
And
like what I was saying was this Dragon Ball Super, man. The crazy face off with Jiren, the crazy face off.
Okay.
Like that hype carried all the way over to Dragon Ball Super Broly. And it's gonna be a very interesting movie because of it. Everyone wanted to see Ultra Instinct at its finest. Yes, they rehash animation. Yes, they had trouble animating certain things, but you cannot deny that last episode, Goku and Frieza working together for the very first time in a battle, that shit was interesting. That shit was crazy. Android 17 coming back alive. My boy Yuya Takahashi freaking animated in the episode. We also have freaking Natoshi Shida working on Goku versus Jiren with Tate in it and a whole bunch of other people. Of course, I can't say everybody's freaking animation names because I'll be here forever. But I just like to thank everybody of that staff because they did a great job animating that, and it was a really great episode. Almost start to finish. There was many problems. Yes, we know Dragon Ball Super had many problems, but when that song came on and Ultra Instinct and when Jiren put up them gloves and Goku was ready to beat his ass, Goku came up and beat his ass, man. And even if Goku beat him, he still beat him with the help of Frieza and Android 17. And that shit was just dope. Like don't tell me like Goku and Frieza like side by side, Frieza powering up, and then Goku turns Super Saiyan, flashing in and out. Like that shit was crazy. Like the animation was dope, storyboarding was dope, and just had a hella feels. And because that series took off so well at the end, and a lot of like you remember the series, like what was going on. Like Mexico freaking had like a whole party outside with a freaking TV, well not the TV, like a big ass theater monitor or some shit, and everybody's watching the final episode of Dragon Ball Super almost every week. Like that shit was crazy. Like everybody was going nuts. Everybody's putting up reaction videos. That shit like was breaking the fucking internet. Like that shit was tweeting all over the place. It was trending. Like Goku versus Jiren, Ultra Instinct, like all that crap. It was it was so much hype. Even Xenoverse came out with freaking Ultra Instinct, the move the DLC with Jiren and fucking Goku like the week before, and everybody was playing it. Like I don't play Xenoverse, but shit, I wanted to fucking have the game so I could play it. Yeah, but it was a really good series. And yes, there's a lot of honorable mentions, and I'm saying this because it's just my list. There's plot wise, there's other animes that an honorable mentions are really good. I'm just saying, just for mostly everyone who hasn't watched an anime really of 2018 or even caught up or finished whatever, should definitely check out some of these top 5 animes. They might not be the best list for you, but this is the best general list I can give to anybody else. And if you want something more specific, then I got the honorable mentions coming up. So what's your number 1, Oldish?
You know what number 1 is. I've been saying it all year.
What is it, man?
7 Deadly Sins, boy.
Yep.
7 Deadly Sins season 2, man. I freaking loved that season. All right. 1, the feels. All right. Something that I was talking to my wife about this, something I haven't seen in anime. Maybe it has happened, and I haven't seen it yet. But something happens in the opening song. Not going to tell you what, but I was like, what the hell's going on? They did something with an opening song. Sorry, I can't tell you very detail-wise. But they did something really cool that kind of makes you like, what the fuck? What? Like, I don't know if even Pack Punch remembers or not. I'm pretty sure you do.
I do.
Okay. Like, I can't think of another anime that has done that. I would like to give you more details why it's so epic and kind of cool and kind of messes with you a little bit.
I've seen a couple animes do it, but I'm not trying to.
See, I can't even like tell you like something I want to tell you.
One anime that has done it though, because I remember right now is Erased. Erased done it.
Okay. But anyways,
and the thing he's referring to technically, guys, is they changed the opening scenes with new animation and different storyboarding. So that's what he's responding to.
Yeah,
I can't tell you anything else though.
But yeah, like I can't even tell you like what, but because it spoils it. Like I can't even give you letters.
But that's opening 2. That's not opening 1, I believe.
Well, no. It's only for like 2 episodes. Like anyway, so
at the end of like opening 2.
Yeah, I think it's like episode 20 or something like that. But anyways, I don't want to spoil anything. But something major goes down. They change the opening. You'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Unless you read the manga, then it won't probably surprise you because you know. But anyways, if you haven't, like I haven't, I don't really read the manga. I'm more of an anime guy. Overall, the action, love the characters, lots of surprises. They took it a whole lot further in this season, like we were talking about. Like season 1 is kind of like a nice little adventure. Everything kind of goes, it's like easy mode, and then all of a sudden, fucking season 2 comes and they fucking just shoot it up to hardcore mode. So, and so like this season they get challenged, like I said, it goes to hardcore mode. And it will like surprise you and shit goes down and you're wondering, okay, what the hell are they gonna do? Because that's what I was wondering. I didn't know what they're gonna do. Like there's a short amount of time that they have and what's their answers being this, and I still have a lot of questions for season 3, which I can't wait for season 3. But yeah, like this season was 10 times better than season 1, and I even like season 1. I do agree with Pack a Punch. It is kind of like a coast ride. Like it's like I said, easy mode. So, but overall, like I don't know. I love this. This season was a lot. I had a lot of feels for this one. It's a lot of goodness in this one. So, I didn't think about Dragon Ball Super though, to be honest.
Because Dragon Ball Super ended in March.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I like that. That's definitely up there too.
Yeah, but this is a top five that we didn't really speak about to each other. Like this was just
Yeah, yeah, no, this
what
is stuff.
from what we gained. So
Yeah, because otherwise it'd probably be up there. But anyways, yeah, because that Jiren fight between that like 50-minute episode, like hour special or whatever, was
that
probably
shit was
my
nuts.
favorite episode. It's probably my favorite episode out of the whole thing, to be honest.
that and Kefla, man,
Yeah,
that Kefla shit was crazy.
yeah. But that's probably my favorite episode of Dragon Ball Super was the special one there. Just
Yeah,
that shit got
that was
real,
an
so it was really
amazing
cool.
episode.
I just the build up that they did a good job building up that episode. So, honorable mentions. We got about 10 minutes, so
All right, then we
do
gotta
some
make it quick. I'm
small.
just kidding. So let's just do honorable mentions like 3 animes. So, and these are pretty simple for me because these are genres I generally like, and I would like to put them on my. They're obviously if they were on a top 10 list, they'll be probably there. But I haven't seen a lot of anime in 2018, so I can't say they will be. But these are some animes that continued and actually finished. So one of my honorable mentions is Fate Heaven's Feel. That was great. Yes, I know they used some of the same animation, but don't fret not. The story is completely different, and it's the conclusion to third, basically an alternate ending of the series, kind of.
Yeah,
So we get a different story about Sakura and how Emiyashiro and how Sakura actually pertains to the story in general. Because from the other Fate movies, she doesn't play any type of role
no,
at all,
not at all.
and not at all. And this one is very interesting because she's like almost the mainstay girl, and it's a little bit more romantic, and it's a really good movie. It was so good that I got mad at myself because I could have watched the movie like 7-8 months earlier at the theaters, but I just was kind of lazy and I didn't buy the tickets and I regretted it. So this time I'm watching the Fate movie when it drops in theaters. Uh the movies, the if you guys are interested in Fate and you love Lancer, um but just before I get into like, when the movie's coming out, the reason why I put this up in my honorable mentions is because Fate is a really great series. The sound director, I love freaking him. I keep forgetting his name sometimes. He's on the One Punch Man staff for this season. He also has done many series, SAO, Berserk, all whole bunch of sword anime related series. Not only that, he does other things,
Fate.
but just to give you a little synopsis, but like that this series was really well done. Like I love the animation, like Lancer, you know jumping on buildings and actually using his lance. Not saying not he's not using his lance, but he uses his lance in an interesting way. He's actually running on the road, dodging cars, running as fast as cars, fighting assassins. You have a whole bunch of different matchups happening. You have a very interesting battle with Berserk, and this Berserk battle will also lead into season two. I mean, not season two, but Fates feel part two of the movie. So you guys should definitely watch it. If you haven't never heard of Fate, Fate is basically about your favorite heroes or the favorite heroes of historic times like Alexander the Great,
Oh yeah,
Gilgamesh, the first heroes,
that Lancer battle.
Lancelot, like a whole bunch of, and just imagine them and gods fighting, demigods, gods, chariot, Sagittarius. Like there's a whole bunch of people fighting for the Holy Grail. So if you haven't watched it, you should. And if you're going to start, please start with Fate Zero and then go to the Fate TV series that came out in the early 2000s. And then go from there to Fate series, the television show, or you can do the
Well worth
OVAs
the
if
whole
you want.
series.
But just watch the TV series. That's the easiest way to do it. Then from there, just after that, you go watch Heaven's Feel. And that's basically the synopsis. They also have different spinoffs that are not contributed to the main game timeline of Time Moon, but it's still fun to watch. So I would recommend you actually check it out. And that's one of my honorable mentions. What's one of your honorable mentions? Oldish?
Just want to say the Fate series is probably one of the best animation.
Yeah,
animes out there for sure.
they do fuck
It's pretty sick.
good job.
My honorable mention, I'll probably give it to one that just got done actually, and that would be, I know Boxman here will be happy. Goblin Slayer. I really enjoyed Goblin Slayer. Um, I think a lot of people might get thrown off that episode 1 that we've talked about before. I think me and Pack a Punch will be doing probably, I don't know if it'll be our next episode or what, but since Goblin Slayer finished, we've been kind of following this series and SAO, so I imagine we'll do another part 3 to that eventually and talk about the ending and everything of season 1. But yeah, like overall, I really did enjoy it. The thing that I like about this series a lot is Goblin Slayer himself. I like that the dude almost the dude is very human. Very human. He's not like overpowered or anything. He's good at his job, but like he's not like anything like hardcore special. He's not OP or anything. He's not. He
Well, I also talk about him too. I chime in too because that's actually my number 2 honorable mentions too
yeah
as well. I would say SAO, but SAO hasn't got there plot wise for me to even announce it
yeah
for as of right now. It's still a great anime nonetheless, and it's much better than much of its past iterations. But I'm not saying it just needs a little bit more push for
yeah
2018 for me.
I think so too.
But to chime in on Goblin Slayer because it is my honorable mention number 2. It's like he was very one dimensional, man. He just I want to kill
Straightforward.
goblins
Yeah.
because they fucked up my family. Like, okay, we understand that kind of motive, but what was interesting later on and is that he, even though he does things solo dolo, he started getting a crew and they stuck around him because they liked him. They liked his personality, the way he did things. Yes, they think some things are crude and the way he does things are crude and sometimes messed up but regardless of the sense, he still tries to help those who are being terrorized by goblins or about to be terrorized by goblins. And he does it with a group, a person who doesn't even want to associate with a lot of other people. And then later on, this series becomes bigger than him. He realizes that this is not only about my revenge for goblins, and he grows from that. And that was actually pretty interesting. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Goblin Slayer in the beginning because it was a lot of crudeness,
Mm-hmm.
rapey. It was kind of messed up, but and it seemed boring. And yeah, that was one of the things that was kind of scary about Goblin Slayer for me. Me, I just talked about it at the beginning because it's like it's like let's see what he has to offer, and this is one of the things that what I say I like about shows, and that's why you can't really judge shows until they almost are finished by a season or even the plot, because the author doesn't string everything in one shot. Sometimes he does it later, or maybe he does it sooner. He doesn't give you the crazy backstory you need right away, and sometimes you just need to be patient. And this is one of those instances where you have to be patient and you'll understand where he's coming from. And I did, and it was pretty interesting. Some of the CGI scenes were kind of iffy, but and those CGI scenes were just mostly with just goblins running. But
Yeah.
everything other than that, some of the intense scenes of him, like his eye, not his eye, but his pressure, his tension, fighting off beings that are even stronger than him, and beings that are maybe not as intelligent, but probably as intelligent as he is, was just amazing. Like that, and
Yeah.
that's one thing that was interesting about the show. And he did it even if he didn't get paid for it. He just fucking did it. Like a lot of adventurers would like to get paid, but he's like, fuck it. I'll do this shit for almost little to no pay. I'll give you what I got in order to kill these goblins.
Yep. Yeah, I like how just how I don't know, he like grew on me, I guess would be the way to say. Because he's very straightforward, but overall he kind of wants to do the right thing. Like deep down, I think he does the right thing. Um, Mostly anything with goblins, of course, but just even on other things like well, I can't say I can't get into details, but like he runs into not a goblin, and it's still like he decides to help and shit like that. So like it's just very cool, but like it's like there's like other people in the series that are OP, and he's
He's
like
like, I only care about goblins. Everyone's like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. It's overall it's a great story. They do a really good job, especially towards the end there, like the build up and stuff. That was really really cool. I liked what they did there at the end,
Yeah, but
and
especially with the last episode, I just like the general fact that he changed from one dimensional of doing whatever he wanted to do
yeah,
in order, and then he started actually helping other people.
yeah.
Like that didn't have goblin related stuff to it.
It's kind of like
If you
karma. Like he started doing good things for other people and then came back, for us.
Well, you'll see why the karma comes back around somewhat,
Yeah,
but yeah, without giving any spoilers.
yeah.
Well, guys, that's pretty much for Goblin Slayer. So that's my number two. So Oldish, what is your my number one though is an anime a lot of people haven't seen, and I'm not sure if a lot of people have seen it, to be honest with you.
All right.
It was Mobile Suit Gundam Origins. So Mobile
Origins.
Suit Gundam Origins, if anybody has ever watched the original Gundam series, is about is about this series OVA series is about Char Aznable, one of the greatest antagonists to anime history. The guy who freaking everybody's inspired by antagonist wise, and the smart and cunning Alec he is, and it goes over his backstory and how he became Char Aznable, or and how does what his was his role in the whole entire 1 year war before everything happened, and how he sets up and how did he became not a lieutenant. I don't know if it was a lieutenant he was, but how he becomes in the art, like in the military space force, and trying to avenge his family and take down the with the Daegu family. It was a really great movie. The animation was amazing. Oh my god, it was just like the Gundams, like the mobile suits. The funny thing is like the mobile suits are not trash. I want to say that they're not trash, but compared to other Gundam series, they are. But the way that it was depicted, the acceleration, the speed of the Zaku's was just amazing. Like CGI was amazing. We got a lot of great scenes, a lot of tension, a lot of build up on what is Char's goals and how does he plan to achieve them, and how does he try to hide his identity from everyone except the very few people who know him. And then this series did really so well that there was originally 4 episodes, but they extended it to 2 more, and now we're getting generally what's it called? How can I say it? Like a more Gundam series in the near future. Sunrise planned a lot of stuff. So if you haven't seen, if you like to start with the Gundam series and you want to start with the timelines and whatnot, you could start with Gundam Origins. Start with that, and then you'll go into the original Gundam series way back in the day. It's really good. It's like classic. It's the classics. Like back in those days, man, they didn't really make anime that was super serious. They just, hey, you destroy a building, it arrives up next episode, and you could fight it off, and you'll be okay. This was like one of those megas that took politics and character development into fruition. Like it was really good. So that was one of my great and honorable mentions in 2018. Like I watched that movie so many times, guys. It's hilarious. But you should go check it out if you're interested in mechas and Gundams. If you're not, just check out the other stuff.
Yeah, Gundam's great. Gundam is great. I need to watch more Gundam actually. I'm way behind. I've only seen a few. So for my number 2 honorable mention, I would have to give it to the time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's not done yet, still going, but I enjoyed the shit out of like what I've seen so far. I love how funny it is and serious it is at the same time. I love the world building that it's doing. I like how it's just funny because he's a slime overall, and it's very goofy, but it's really cool at the same time. Just the power that he has and everything, and it's just really cool. And I love the whole fantasy world thing that's going on. I want to know more. I kind of want to see where this whole plot's gonna go to. We kind of seen, well, the latest episode that I watched, you kind of see some direction where the story is gonna go, but overall, I still don't know like exactly where it's gonna head. But overall, it's great. The animation's great. It's super funny. It's got cool action in it, and it's really cool. So and then that'd be my honorable mention too. And if I had to give a number 3, I would have to give it. I know some people don't say it's anime, but I don't care. It's still anime-ish. It's animation. I'm gonna give it to Ruby season 6. So if you guys haven't watched Ruby at all, season 6 has been pretty good so far. It's kind of mellowed out a little bit the last couple episodes, but that episode 3, if you have not watched it, holy shit! It's actually usually they're 10-minute, 15-minute episodes, but this one was like, I think it was like 25 minutes. It was like a special one, and you get so many answers in that one episode, and it's so cool. Like it gives like the overall story of Ruby, which is really really cool, and it was really really neat to see. And it was just overall that episode was fantastic, and it was great, and I'm enjoying it. And I think we're almost done with season 6 here, but yeah, overall I would definitely check that out if you have not watched Ruby at all. So I will just say, if you start watching Ruby, the first 2 seasons are kind of slow, but trust me, get the season 3 and you fall in love with it. That's how I fell in love with Ruby. Just
Ruby.
Yeah, go Blake, go Blake.
I low key forgot one, and this was probably the one that was real which was damn good. Castlevania was fucking amazing. If you guys haven't watched it, if I had to put it in fucking honorable mention that everyone should watch Castlevania. It's fucking amazing. I love it, and it's pretty crude. Eyes and necks are getting slashed off, but it's fucking amazing. It's funny and it's good, and I can't wait for the next season. I had to squeeze that last one in.
Yeah, squeeze it. It's fine, dude. Anyways, our time is up here, so this is episode 15 of the Otaku Town. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be getting the YouTube video up tomorrow, and the podcast should be up as well tomorrow. But anyways, I'm Oldish22.
And I'm Pack a Punch TV.
Yeah, right here, Pack a Punch. He's a YouTuber, and I'm a Twitch streamer / a little bit of YouTube. Mostly I do Twitch. But you can find me on the internet at Oldish with 3 2s on Twitter and Oldish22 on Instagram. We do have a Discord. It's the Oldish22 crew, because I'm a huge One Piece fan. You guys can join if you want to. It's totally up to you. It's fine. But overall, we are Otaku Town, so definitely go share this, subscribe or whatever. I don't know where you're listening to this to, but anyways, yeah. So how about
do what you can to support us, please? I appreciate it, because it helps.
Where can we find you, Pack Punch?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Just Pack Punch TV. You know what I'm saying? Just follow me. I'll probably follow you back as long as you don't put a whole bunch of hentai and unnecessary stuff.
Why not?
Nah, man. Real pussy is the best pussy. It's the best one.
Anyways, guys, we are the Otaku Town. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's not Friday. Usually we do this on Friday, but we should be next week. Our goal is just to get an episode out a week. We've been changing the days a little bit. But
as long as we get a day out, we good, guys. We good.
Yeah.
You know why? You can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, we're there. Anyway, I'll tweet about it and stuff. I'll give you guys a heads up. But anyways, our time is up. So have a good one. I'm going to end the stream here for the podcast, and I'm going to start my Twitch stream up right after this, guys.
Oh, yeah, guys, give us your top 5 2018.
Yeah.
Post if just comment us, Twitter, send us DMs or whatever. Or comment on our YouTube channel. Just do it.
Yep.
Just do it. I just want to understand
YouTube,
what
Twitter,
animes I
whatever.
should watch. Whatever. Send it my way. Bam.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Make it happen.
I still watching a lot, so I'd love to
I
know.
know I got a fucking lot to catch up on, man. Shit.
All right.
Well,
Have a good one,
guys,
guys.
appreciate it.